Similar to the count and COUNTIF formula within Excel, which is used for quantities, you can also use SUM and SUMIF when you want to add up amounts within a certain range. The SUM formula is used when you want to add up cell values within a certain range. When you want to add a condition to that range, you can use the SUMIF formula. When you want to have multiple conditions, you can use SUMIFS. Important here is that the SUMIF formula uses range as a first element of the formula and SUMRANGE as the last element of the formula. Within the SUMIFS formula, SUMRANGE is at the beginning of the formula and the criteria range is at the end. If I now go back to the sales order sheet, I can calculate the total sales amount by using the SUM formula. If I type SUM and select my SUMRANGE, I can get the total sales amount, which is 77,468 euros. If I want to get the total sales amount of store A, I can type SUMIF. I select my criteria range, which is column C. My criteria is store A. I select my SUMRANGE, which is sales amount, and I press enter. As you can see, I have about 23,000 euros in sales amount in store A. If I want to know the total sales amount of kitchen tables within store A, I can use SUMIFS. I select the SUMRANGE, which is sales amount. I select the first criteria range, which is store, column C. I enter my first criteria, which is store A. I then select my second criteria range, which is item, column D, and I enter my second criteria, which is kitchen table. And as you can see, I have 833 euros in total sales amount. I can also go to insert function and select my function within the drop-down menu. I can also go to formulas mat and select the SUM or SUMIF formula within this list. Similar to the SUM, I can also calculate the average within a certain range by using the average formula in Excel. If I want to add a criteria to that, I can use average if. And if I want to create an average with multiple criteria, I can use average ifs. Suppose that I want to calculate the average sales amount within store A. I can type average if, range, column C, criteria, store A, average range, sales amount, which is column G. And as you can see, I have an average of 641.16 euros within store A. Suppose that I want to calculate the average unit price of a kitchen table within store A. I type average ifs. Average range is unit price, column F. Criteria range 1 is column C. Store A. Criteria range 2 is column D. Kitchen table. I press enter and I can see that the average unit price is 277.67 euros.